Chris, I want to check with you, right? Is there ever a case where whole life plans, right, is more suitable for the client instead of term?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. But in rare situations, I've written quite a lot about it. Now, as long as we are buying insurance to replace our income loss, it's a temporary need. Because there will come a time whereby income is no longer a problem. Either we have no more dependents or we are retired. But if you are buying insurance to pay for medical expenses, then it will be a permanent need, right? So that is why we need to buy hospitalization and surgical plan, the IP plans. That is a permanent cover. Now with the new change to IP, whereby the drugs that is not in the cancer drug list is now excluded from the IP plans, you can't claim it anymore, then critical illness plans becomes even more important, because just in case you want an option to use drugs that's out of the cancer drug list, you have a critical illness payout for you to do so. And therefore, that critical illness plan, usually that rides on a life plan, should be permanent, because you never know when you're going to fall sick. And even if you are retired, you fall sick, you don't want to, go into your retirement fund to use that money for medical expenses, right? You want to use insurance for it. So in those situations, if you are buying insurance to pay for medical expenses, a whole life plan is definitely needed.
A quick follow-up, sorry, Kelvin, I know you have got a question. A quick follow-up, because just this thought came to my mind. Because I buy insurance also, obviously, and then there's this critical illness and early critical illness. Like, so is there like a stage in our life which we should get early critical illness? But that's very expensive.
Yeah, so it has evolved lah. So when I first started out 25 years ago, we only have critical illness.
Yeah.
And then early critical illness, ECI, came about. And then now we have multi-pay or multiple payments, right? So you may be diagnosed with cancer and then it pays one time, and then on the second time, it pays a second time. So they are multi-pay right now. Now, of course, if your budget allows you, I will say go for multi-pay, because you never know when you're going to be hit again. Early critical illness became very popular because nowadays with advanced medical technology, cancer is being diagnosed at an earlier stage. And usually a cure is possible, right? So if you have an early critical illness, then at least you have source of funds you can claim and can use it for medical treatment, or you can even use the money to take a break, right? Stop work, and focus on recovery. You can't do that with a normal critical illness plan, because usually by the time you can claim is almost like end stage, right? So yes, I would say ECI multi-pay is useful, but there's a price to pay. If your budget allows, go for it.